Hey, everybody. Okay, tonight is Creators Corner, a whole new thing we're doing tonight. We're going to meet an awesome guy by the name of Dan Price. I almost forgot there, dude. Sorry. But we're going to talk about his creations, and we're going to talk about, have you ever crossed Bigfoot and karate? What does that look like? So we're going to do that here today on Two Geeks and a Microphone.
Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Hello there. So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first?
I'll talk first, everybody. Dan, I almost forgot your name. I was so excited. I was like, almost got his last name wrong. Oh, my goodness. Hey, everybody. I'm your co-host, Mr. Steven Boster, along with the one, the only, the most, I keep saying beardiest because now we have this thing with Live Beardy, Mr. Mike Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Good evening to all you geeks out there in Geekdom land. I had to think about that for a second because normally it's good morning.
Right. So we're pretty excited, and because we've got Dan Price here with us, and pretty excited just to hear from him, his story, his projects, what he does, and just share it with all you guys. And we're pretty excited. He reached out to us, and we just love meeting new creators, and so that's why we've created Creators Corner, so we can talk to these guys and just enjoy learning. Dan, welcome to the show.
Hey guys. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate being here tonight.
Absolutely.
Being on.
Yeah. We're excited, as I keep saying. We should do that as a drinking game. Every time Season says getting excited.
Dude, I don't have anything to drink tonight.
Dan, normally if we say the phrase much more betterer, then that's when the much more betterer is the drinking game. Yeah. Now I'm doing Arizona sweet tea. We're not sponsored by Arizona. I'm just saying.
Fair enough. No, well, we do this. Can't do this. You can't do that thing on television thing where, like, when somebody says "I don't know" around the house, we just throw green slime at them, and it's crap, but it is fun. So anyway,
I'd like to throw green slime at Steven, but I don't think I can make it all the way to Montana.
Yeah. I'm in Montana. Mike's in the St. Louis area.
Okay.
On the east side of St. Louis. A little further east than the east.
Y'all knew each other in high school, you said?
Yeah.
Y'all grew up, and where'd y'all grow up then?
Is O'Fallon, Illinois area.
Okay, gotcha. And y'all just, Montana, huh?
Yeah, I'm up to Montana now. First I went to Kansas City, and then from Kansas City, then moved up to Montana about 10 years ago, it seems.
I've got a friend in the industry, Jade Louder, who's out of Bozeman.
That's where I met.
Oh, wow.
I'm in Bozeman.
Okay. Yeah. So if you ever go to little comic stuff out there, you might bump into Jade. He does a book called It's a Horror Show, and he's phenomenal. He just did a thing for Comics Wellspring, illustrating a book called Panels. It's a book about how to create a comic from beginning to end, and even how to print it and set up your pages and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Pretty great. So he just illustrated that whole thing. Jade's a huge talent. What's up, Jade, if you're listening?
Right on.
Hopefully he is.
Right? There's another one. See, there's another career we got to get connected with. Dan,
oh, absolutely. The Bozeman connection.
That's right. That's right, by golly. Well, so Dan, so you've got several projects that you've been doing and stuff like that. So we want to just give everybody a chance. If no one's ever heard of you before, what do you tell them who you are and what you do?
Sure. My name is Dan Price. I am from Austin, Texas, and I am the creator, co-writer, and artist on Bigfoot Knows Karate. Bigfoot Knows Karate, is my current project, but I've been doing independent comics since 2007. Do you want to go all the way back then, or where do you want me to go?
I really just want to hear your story. Like, how did you get to this point now? So you started 2007?
Yeah, I did my first book in 2007. My first project was called Latex Avenger, and he had a sidekick, spermicidal foam lad, and together they repelled crime 99.9% of the time. It was like Family Guy on steroids turned up to 11. And
Nice.
so I did that project for a while. I probably did 7 or 8 issues of that book, and
Okay.
that was a lot of fun. Got a lot of funny looks at the convention circuit for that, especially since I used to give out condoms with my logo on them and give those away. And so I got a lot of funny looks. In fact, we even did a book in the series called The Wrath of Khan that was based on C-O-N Khan, that was based on all the crazy can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you're fine.
All the crazy shit that would happen to me at conventions. Me and Bond, my artist at the time, we'd go to these conventions. People would have all these crazy comments and stuff, and so we just kind of put Latex Avenger and Spermicidal Foam Lad in our plate, and and had a convention issue. After that, I did a project called Masters of the Obvious. It was a sci-fi. It was a sci-fi space parody. You had characters like Dr. Biclops. He has 2 eyes. And the Visible Woman, you can't miss her. And they flew around in a battle toaster called the USS Screensaver, having pop culture adventures throughout the galaxy. You dealt with characters like the My Little Jabronis and the Puggalos and Darth Redenbacher, and I can go. That was a web comic. I did that for Hound Comics with Bon, and we did that together. And then I did a thing for the Stanley Foundation called Excelsius, The Uphill Adventures of a Boy Named Stanley. That was something. And and then after that, I'd gotten married. I had a couple of stepkids move in with me and raised these kids. They're my kids. I mean, it was like, day one, we just kind of like, yeah. So, there was no time for comics, there was no time for traveling to conventions and stuff like that. So I stepped it all back for a few years, really. And I was burned out anyway. I was just so burned out from the whole comics industry thing. It was a beating. And so, and during the lockdown, my wife said to me, "Hey, why don't you make a comic? Just do it as long as it's fun." And I said, "Okay, you have no idea." Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me do this.
Yeah, sure.
Am I brighter now? I forgot.
Oh, yeah, we can see it. Yeah, that's
we
fine.
can see it.
Yeah, that works.
I have a ring light that my wife just got me. I forgot to turn it on. Anyway, look, bright. Anyway, oh, my dog just walked up. Please don't tell me you need to go to the bathroom right now.
That's what my dog would do.
Oh my God.
We all have dogs. We understand. You carry on.
You guys are going to come with me on a walk real quick. So we're going to do this.
Oh, this will be fun.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we've never done this before.
No, well, we're going to do this now. Okay, come on. Go on, Tula. Let's go downstairs.
Tula.
Okay.
What a great name.
She's great. We love her. Sorry this is happening. I really do apologize, but she has given me
all right.
apple.
It's totally fine. We get it, and it makes it all fun.
Okay, well, we're gonna try it this way. So,
okay,
yeah. So, oh, good. And the cat wants to come in, so this is gonna get noisy as well. My wife's out of town right now. She's out on business, and so it is just me. So, come on, boys. Let's go outside for a minute. Okay.
This is awesome.
This is great.
All right.
Apparently, my wife thinks you look like Joey Fatone.
Who?
Joey Fatone?
I don't know who that is, but I'll go with it. That's a Backstreet Boy or something.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. I'm not a Backstreet Boys fan. So.
No, that's not my thing. But my wife is. It's Memorex. It's Memorex. It's alive. My wife is a pop music person, so she knows all that stuff. My wife, here's a funny story. There was a Mickey Mouse Club years ago when I was a kid. I don't know how old y'all are. I'm like 49. Yeah. Okay. Mickey Mouse Club in the 90s, 80s.
Yep.
And one of the kids on the show was actually my neighbor growing up. Okay. And his name was Damon Pampolina. And so my wife had a crush on this dude growing up. And when she found out that I was like friendly with this kid growing up, she was like, "Oh my God, like, you know him? You touched him? Hello?" I was like, Oh my God. It was crazy talk. It was crazy talk. So there you go. So that's off. I don't even know what the original question was, but here we are.
That's right. We squirrel all the time. That's what we call
All
it.
right.
We just go where the conversation leads and just have a great time. It's all good.
Awesome.
I think
no.
we were talking about just your history and kind of how you got
Yeah,
here, and then you were
right.
talking about how she encouraged you in COVID to
Yes.
do a comic.
So what, before the lockdown, I had done some stuff for Drew Edwards' Halloween Man. I was doing some drawing, just kind of getting back into it. And I did some covers and interiors for Drew Edwards' Halloween Man. And that's kind of where I started working out this art style for Bigfoot Knows Karate, that grungy, brushy, I'm still a cartoonist, so that shows through, but, I'm trying to go for a different look, in this book than anything else that I've ever drawn previously. So with that being said, though, I didn't want to go back to the well. That was really a big thing when it came back to doing a new project. I didn't want to go back to the well. So the Bigfoot Knows Karate thing was an idea that I'd come up with in like 2014, but didn't do anything with. It was supposed to be a comedy. And let me just tell you something. It was terrible. Okay. Like, I've written a lot of comedies, so I know when I can tell when I'm writing shit, and this was shit. But I liked the title. I thought the title was good.
Oh, the title is fabulous. I love it.
Thank you so much. I mean, look, I've got 25 years in marketing and advertising. I know a hook when I hear it, and that was a hook. You know what I mean? That's a grabber. And so I'm like, okay, that's staying, but everything else has to go. And it was like in 2017, I started drawing the character again. And it was like this warrior look, it was like this gritty and pensive. And it was just this whole thing. And I started thinking, if you were like the only one of your kind or species, and nobody knew you existed and nobody cared about you, what would that do to your psyche? By the way, you're 10 foot tall and martial arts. And that was like how it all kind of came together. And it couldn't be the typical martial arts story. It could not be that revenge plot. I mean, nobody knows him. Nobody knows he exists. What's there to get revenge on? I mean, we're not writing Taken. He does have a special skills, but that's a whole nother matter. You know what I mean? And so I just watched that movie for the first time, so that line's really stuck in my head.
Gotcha.
Oh, really?
I will find you.
I'd never seen it before. But I like Liam Neeson, and I'm really looking forward to that new
Police Squad.
Yeah. That looks so. Anyway, so yeah, there's all that. So it couldn't be the typical thing. It had to be something so different and unique. And so the story took a while to get going. It was like 2018 that my co-writer started trying to kick me in the ass, saying, come on, dude, do something with this. He was not my co-writer at the time, but his name's Casey Allen. He's my co-writer today. And, just the man. I mean, he's the dude. And so all done. Are y'all ready to go? Because there's a plane flying over. So anyway,
we've got dogs, we've got planes. This is great.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, fellas. And now the cats
don't apologize
as well. So hello, cat.
Oh, that's great. It's first for the podcast. So.
Yeah. Well, we aim to be different.
Well, not the first dog, because both Steven and I have been interrupted by our dogs before.
Sure. No, we aim to be different over here at Bigfoot Knows Karate, and I think it shows. But yeah, no, so it couldn't be the typical thing. It had to be something different. And I think that we got there. We sold the book initially like Godzilla versus Kong meets Kill Bill with a twist, as Bigfoot himself goes up against Cthulhu, or as we called him, Kung Fu Thulu, in the ultimate martial arts battle. That's how we sold issue 1. It was just that's all we said before we went to Kickstarter, and we did exactly what we said we were going to do. Plus, okay, and that was the plus was the biggest thing. We wanted to introduce a larger world and a bigger meta narrative, into this whole thing. And so it was, and so in the 4th act of the first book, we turned this whole thing on its side. And you go from, nobody knows you exist to hunted by Cthulhu and
Right.
captured, and what's worse for nobody to believe you're even a thing, to being surrounded by enemies with a knife at your throat at every turn. There's something bigger with this Bigfoot happening. I mean, it's not just some gorilla in the woods going, no, there's far more happening with him. He's introspective and he's intellectual, and he sees things in a way. He sees things in a way that is just is completely out of left field for what you would think a Bigfoot would be. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Yeah.
I bought book 1 electronically. And,
right on.
Yeah. And I read that and I got to Cthulhu. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. He's got Cthulhu in here too. That's awesome. So I was pretty excited about that. And then I was watching your trailer earlier, and I don't know if if it's in the trailer, I can give it away, but it looks like you got Mothman.
Yes, there's Eskrid the Seer. He is a Mothman who can see through time and space, but he happens to be blind, so seeing in front of him, 2 feet in front of him, is no good. You know what I mean? And
my daughter's going to be excited about that because she is obsessed with Mothman.
Oh, cool! Yeah, there's something for her. Then my favorite character in the new book is he showed up in issue 2, but is Chupacabra with a shotgun. The Chupacabra. All right, we're gonna go in. I think the air conditioning's turned on. The cat's meowing. I think we're gonna go in.
It's all good. No worries.
Come on, everybody. Go on, Blitz. Go inside. We're gonna go in. Okay. Sorry, guy.
That's all right.
Over here.
We're having a great time. It's all good.
Good.
Kuba Chabo with a shotgun. I love it.
Chupacabra with a shotgun. Yes. He is the man. Come on, Blitz. Come on. Anyway. So
it's all real life. We love it.
This is real life, y'all. This is how we work. I'm going to go upstairs. He may meow to go for me to feed him, but we're going to just go upstairs real quick here. And yes. Okay.
Nice.
Welcome to Lifestyles with Dan Price.
There it is. Yeah. Welcome home, kids. We're back in the office. Okay. So, where were we? I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally fine.
I'll
have this ready for us. So I do want to. Oh, Mike, you've already got it up too. Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, that's all right.
So
go ahead.
I know if Mike got the first one, but right now you're in the middle of a Kickstarter too, and so we want to make people aware of that. So, I mean, you're already backed over 100%, which that's really cool. But it's always fun to meet new creators in their works. So, Mike, do you want to share your screen so people can kind of see the thing? And let me see if I can do this. I will make this. Let me see
much more bigger.
Much more bigger.
There we go. Hey, drink.
I love that artwork, by the way.
Thank you.
Very tribal music.
Chapter 3, Hellbound on my trail. Hellhound, excuse me.
Very
nice.
Nice.
What if you want people to go to your Kickstarter, what's the best way to do that? Just look up your name, go to Kickstarter, look up Dan Price.
Oh no, go to Kickstarter, just type in Bigfoot Knows Karate. I'm the only one. You can go to bigfootknowskarate.com. You can find a link right there, or you can go to homebrewedcomics.com and there's a link right on the homepage. So 3 avenues in which to find me. Homebrewed Comics is a good one to go to because you can see links to our other campaigns that we have currently or coming up, in the Homebrewed line, including Celestial Knight versus Caspian Porter, which launches June 21st. It's on Kickstarter, so go check that out if you
Yeah,
plan.
here, I'll do this real quick. I'm going to add this real quick and go.
Sure.
This is fun. We can do this on the fly. That's what's fun about this. So this is Home Brewed Comics.
Yeah. Yeah, this is okay. So this is a publishing company that was started by myself, Christopher Saloff, Drew Lenhart, and Dennis Valencia. Crit just finished its campaign just a couple of days ago, and then we currently have my comic, the Bigfoot Knows Karate thing there. That's live on Kickstarter, and then Celestial Knight versus Caspian Porter starts June 21st. What's really cool about all the campaigns is y'all are comics guys. Do y'all remember Image Comics back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when they did Image Zero, and they had the you had to back all the books to get the coupons, and if you did that, you could get the Image Comic Zero book. So we did the same concept. If you back Crit, you get the yellow coupon or the pink coupon.
Okay.
The Bigfoot book, you get the blue coupon, and then Celestial Knight, Caspian Porter, you get the orange coupon. Okay, so now all of those have 3-digit codes on them, and if you miss Crit, you can back Crit on my campaign currently going on, and if you miss Bigfoot and Crit, you can back those on the Celestial Knight versus Caspian Porter page. So you're not going to miss your chances to get these coupons. If you back them all, on each coupon is a 3-digit code. Cool. Take all 3-digit codes, go to our website and log in, and you can purchase with those. You put in the codes and you can purchase your copy of Homebrewed Zero. Okay. Homebrewed Zero is going to be a 36 page, I can't remember, completely original stories drawn and written by the creative teams for Homebrewed. So you're going to get a Crit story. You're going to get Caspian Porter versus, you're going to get a Celestial Knight. You're going to get Bigfoot Knows Karate. And our friend Mo Lubason is bringing a story into the book as well. It's going to have a beautiful cover by Louise Thomas that's holofoil. So it's going to be, so this is an exclusive. You got to back the campaigns, buy it through our site, and then you can get this exclusive Homebrewed Comics Zero. So with original content, original stuff we're not reprints from our other books. This is all fresh and new and unique and clean and yay.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
And that'll be the only way you can get those?
The holofoils, yes. We may end up doing a different cover, a regular cover on it for conventions and stuff. But this particular Louise Thomas holofoil exclusively to the website. So, and I know it's going to be awesome because Louise's stuff is insane. If you go back to the Kickstarter page real quick,
okay,
something real cool. I'll show you something awesome.
Okay,
just click on that button in the middle. Or there you go, perfect. Yeah, scroll down to the covers. I'll show you because Louise. There you go. Keep going. That's my cover right there for the regular edition.
I love it. Okay.
Thank you so much. And then that's Adam Caswell's deluxe edition virgin variant. And then this is Ghost House's cover right here for his limited variant. And then the next one down, this is Luis's holofoil cover. Right? And this is the cover that this is the artist who's going to do the Homebrewed Zero cover. Okay. And so Luis has done 2 covers for me previously.
That's a really nice cover too.
That's sweet.
He did this one for me too. If you see that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and this was a foil as well. So
that's nice.
I like Luis on the foil covers. He always does a beautiful job with them. And that's an original of his is up there too. He's just an amazing artist and just needs to be seen by the world because he's that good. So
yeah.
A lot of the people I work with came to me as fan artists, honestly. Adam Caswell, he's done 4 covers over 4 books, and he's done the interiors on 1 book. He came to me as a fan artist. I'll show you something real quick here.
Okay, cool.
This was from Adam. This is a piece of fan art. Okay. Can you believe?
wow.
Yeah.
Here, hang on a second. Let me make you bigger. I'll just make you bigger.
Grow. There you go. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's like pen and ink. He mailed me the original to my house. And here, I'll just put it right here for now. Anyway, so
Beautiful.
he came to me as a fan artist. Which I was like blown away by. And I said to him, okay, listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pay you for this, putting it on a cover. He was the cover for the first deluxe edition that we did. And the deluxe editions are cool because that's not only the story, but like special features on DVDs. It comes with a director's commentary video link, as well as I mentioned the fan art too. So we've received over 250 pieces of fan art. So we take that and we put a gallery in the back of each of the deluxe editions as a thank you to all the folks who took the time to do that. But yeah, I think everybody I've worked with has done a piece of fan art before we got together. I think almost everyone. Yeah. I mean, I've just met so many great artists through it, and you just like, you see this stuff and you're just like, well, I want these people to have more visibility. You know what I mean? I want them, so so you hire them to go do a cover, and get them paid, and get them seen.
Sure.
It's not just about I mean, look, I want to make the best freaking comic possible. I know Casey feels the exact same way, but I want to see Adam Caswell get work. I want to see Luis Thomas get work. I want to see all these guys do amazing things. Matt Skiller and whoever's done you, Zip Allegria, all the great people who've done covers, Jason So. I mean, look, Jason did this. We did this for Baltimore last year as an exclusive for Baltimore. That was a holofoil, first holofoil I ever did. That was just
really
nice. It's like, it's just really great. And
Where'd everybody go?
Yep. Where'd you go?
I
know,
love
right?
how you have your own stand for it.
Oh, yeah,
that is so cool.
This is a Wham stand. Yeah, this is a Wham stand. Here, I'll show you the logo real quick. So give them a shout out real quick. Yeah, Wham stand. If y'all aren't familiar with it, go check out Wham Stand. They make stands for your comics, and this is one of their what do they call this? Spinner racks. And it spins this way, and it's all 3D. It's all 3D printed, and like you can take it easily apart and put it in your bag and take it with you to Baltimore Comic Con and put it on your table.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to check this. I'm looking at the website now, and they've got
stand.co.
Yeah, a nice little stand that you can buy a stand just for a single comic too.
Oh yeah, no, I love the spinner rack. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. Like the old school spinner racks, that we used to see when we were kids and stuff.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, man.
Cool. I'm going to fix something here right on the fly. We're going to do this and see what happens. Ta-da. Oh, wait a minute. I got to add you to the scene. There we go. So now we can start. We can have you in the middle here, Dan, and then that way you can talk about stuff. If we need to go to the screen share, then I can do the screen share for it real quick too. So
there we go. Yeah. Good job, Stephen.
How fancy.
Well, I know.
Top drawer, Kensington. All right. This is great.
Thank you. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
So Wham Stand. All right. So now we'll go back to here real quick. So then that way I can go back and forth without making you large and big and maybe. So, hey, so for those, like, sometimes we'll get people on the show who will ask questions and they'll be like, how did you get started? How do you do that? How did you get to where, who did you talk to or who publishes that? How much does it cost? Or, those not that you want to reveal how much things cost, but I think it's just like there's a lot of people out there who just the enormity of it, I think, scares some people from following that passion or that dream of creating something. And how's that been for you in this process? And I mean, you've been doing it for a while, but since COVID, did the rules change in trying to create comics?
Immensely. Oh my God. It was a whole different ball game. Damn it. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I mean, like, seriously. Well, first of all, when I first started doing comics, I was drawing with a pencil and a pen on a piece of paper, right? Before the pandemic, I ended up moving over to, working digitally. I'm a graphic designer, creative director for a day job. I work in Adobe Illustrator all day making logos and stuff.
Gotcha.
Why not just apply that to what I do for comics?
Oh, yeah.
It was a total game changer. So I draw in Adobe Illustrator. And on top of that, I draw with my fingertip on my screen. I don't use a stylus. I just,
Oh, wow.
Really?
yeah, it's the most comfortable way to draw. So we're doing that now. And so anyway, there's that. And but yeah, no, I mean, before that, it was like when I first started making comics, the first Latex Avenger book, like I didn't know anything, like I knew some things because I had worked on there was a small studio where I grew up in Houston. It was right across the street from the Johnson Space Center. It was a comic store with a small studio in the back. I was 17. It was like 1993. Here comes the cat again. Can you hear him? Sorry about this, guys. I really do apologize.
It's all good.
It's obnoxious for a while, I'm sure. So
he wants the spotlight, man.
Say what?
I said he wants the spotlight.
Oh yeah. Our teachers are cringing. Oh, here he comes. Okay, so anyway, come over here and just be quiet. Anyway, so
in the studio in the back, you're 17.
Yeah, I'm studio in the back. I'm 17. I'm hanging out and I'm learning things like I'm just doing like erasures on pages. I'm filling in the black, stuff like that, doing some coloring, just learning the basics. Okay. Being a lackey around the studio. All right. And so I'm doing all of that stuff. And they offered me my own book when I was a freshman in college. And I started working on the book. And it was called Soulbender. It was what it was. And although it's a concept I'm going to bring into Bigfoot Knows Karate one day. Anyway, so anyway.
Taking note from George Lucas, you never throw away anything.
Never throw away anything. So anyway, so I was doing that. But when I got to Latex Avenger, they offered me my own book. And a few months later, the studio failed. Okay. Right. So, and so there was no book. I didn't make my first comic until I was 30, and that was Latex Avenger. And it was literally me kind of just getting it out myself, just figuring it out. And I made so many terrible mistakes. It was ridiculous. Like never letter your pages at the regular font size that you want at the same on an 11/17. That's stupid because then you can't see anything. I had to go fix every single page. It was so bad when I realized what I had done. So stop. Anyway, I love you. Let me small. Anyway, so just come over here and I'll pet you while we do this. Come here. And I wish my wife was here. She would so like put them outside for me right now.
Oh,
yes,
good.
no, I know.
It's hysterical.
Oh, good. Come here. Come up here and be part of the show.
There we go.
Just hang out. Okay. And
I don't think you've ever had a cat co-host before. So.
Oh, good. Well, here he is. His name's the Blitz. Say hi, buddy. Here, you say hi to everybody.
Nice.
Hello.
Hi, Blitz.
Nice.
All right. So, anyway, there was nobody there for me when I first got started. My brother was helping me color, and he was doing the best he could with what he knew. And that was us, man. We were running. And when I came back from during the lockdown, there was Kickstarter, there was Instagram. Facebook was a thing. Kickstarter had just got started when I was making comics, but I didn't know anything about it. So I just rolled with punches. And so when I got back, it was like, well, Kickstarter is an awesome distribution model for people, to get a book out there. People all over the world, instead of trying to have to just do conventions and gut it out of here in Texas at small shows and stuff or big shows, doesn't matter, but what happened for me was not only did I start doing shows in Texas again, but I started doing shows on the East Coast as well, and getting the book out there more. Next year, I'll be out on the West Coast more, as well as, Baltimore Heroes, things like that. I'm just trying to grow the brand as much as humanly possible. And so Instagram was the biggest game changer for me, though, Like Kickstarter being amazing, but like I found an audience on Instagram. People found the book, they got excited about the book. And I mean, like that's where all the fan art came from. That's where everybody who really connected with the book came from Instagram. And I've got a really, I don't have a like ton of followers, and that's great. I don't care. I have an excited, engaged audience who are really interested in what's going on. I mean, we're like 3,600 strong. Thank you guys. You're all amazing. They share, they comment, they post it in their stories. I mean, it's like, and that's so, I'm so grateful for all of them, because it's like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? Like, how do you come up with this crazy idea? It's chocolate and peanut butter. You smush it together. It's Bigfoot and Karate. And you roll with it. You go, and people gravitated. And, when we did the first campaign, I mean, we funded $1,000 in 7 minutes. It was like, we needed $1,000 for the book. We did it in 7 minutes. And these we do it through live launches, on Instagram. And those live launches are game changers for me. I mean, it's like, we did $2,000 for this new campaign. We did that in 28 minutes. And
that's wow. Angie says, wow, that's awesome.
Thank you, Angie. And it's like, and Chris over at Crit, did the same thing, with Crit on his latest book. I mean, it took like,
he did it on Instagram. He did a thing on Instagram too.
Live. We all do it on Instagram. We all do the Instagram live launch parties. They are the best way to, I mean, look, you gotta plant the seeds early on in your, long before your Kickstarter, to get people excited about the book. You show panels and, bits of story and stuff like that. But then you also want to make sure to, start announcing that live launch party a month ahead of time, at least get people excited, get them interested. And, for us, the game plan over at Home Brewed is we invite lots of different people into the live launches throughout the night. I mean, we have 250, 300 people end up watching the live through the evening, with all the different people who come in, bringing their audiences with them. It makes it for a much bigger thing.
A much more betterer thing. Drinking.
I drink, but I got a cat on my lap. I got to keep petting her.
I drank, but my Diet Coke's empty.
There you go. Oh, it's all the excuses why we can't drink right now, right? So anyway, but Kickstarter's tough right now too. I mean, like it's not what it was 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like it's a different.
Is it just there's so many more people on there now? You mean
people on there? There's different publishers, bigger publishers using it. And I think there's also, look, in this economy, forget about it. I mean, people are feeling it, and so it is. There's probably a lot of reasons. So. But we keep going. I'm not whining. I'm just saying the state of the situation. What I mean? Like it is. I mean, look, we're doing good on the campaign. What's that? We're doing good on the campaign. I feel good about it. But it's like, but it is. I mean, the market changes. Hey, look at him go.
His wife,
my wife just delivered me one.
That's awesome. So, thanks, Mike's wife. Anyway,
that's Brenda.
Thank you, Brenda. So anyway, so it's changed dramatically. The whole thing changed dramatically, but for the better. I mean, I gotta say.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think so. I mean, I really do, because I've been able to reach an audience that I've not been able to reach previously. I mean, we've sent comics to Australia, South Korea, Ireland, all over Europe. I mean, it's crazy. Canada, Mexico, all of that. I mean, it's wild where the amount of books I've sent to different places around the world.
We got a creator that we're having come back on in just a few weeks, Christian Douglas, and Christian's out of Ireland.
Okay.
So, and he's also on Kickstarter. So yeah, I'd say Kickstarter is a huge thing for independent creators.
Oh yeah, huge. And then again, just Instagram. I mean, just all the different people. Stop biting me. All the different people that have been able to find the book, I mean,
Yeah.
God, that's so cool. I mean, and then like things like pirateship.com, being able to ship books at a discounted rate, by having my own thermal printer and just buying the stuff over my credit card. You know what I mean? Like Pirate Ship's incredible. I mean, there's just all these little hacks. Comics Wellspring, that's my printer. Phenomenal. What has happened in comic book printing since before the pandemic, back when I was making comics to now, it's phenomenal. I mean, like I used to fight and battle with printers. I love my printer. They make my life easy. This is not a paid endorsement. I'm just saying like, the technology is better. The printing's better. It's really that much. It's so I'm thrilled with what the changes have been for the options for the indie comic creator that's out there. It really is a better state of affairs in that regard.
We had an author on a couple of weeks ago, and he started self-publishing when self-publishing was just kind of like,
right,
you're the wicked stepchild kind of a thing. But he says now it's just become so much, accepted than it was before, that people are able to follow their dreams and create stuff now, and and just enjoy that process.
And the thing about it is it's indie. You can do what you want. I mean, we're doing what we want to do. The fact that an audience is grabbed onto it is awesome. But it's, we're not writing anything more than we just think this is going to be a great story. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of, there's no Easter eggs, there's no little fan service, things like that. The idea is that we can make a story. There's no pop culture moments. There's no movie quotes. The idea is to make a story that in 30 years from now, you can pick up that book and still read it and go, okay, that still works. You know what I mean?
Is storytelling different for comics than it would be for like a novel, or are they basically the same, or how do you do your story work?
Well, I mean, I've written a novella and I've written a lot of short stories.
Okay.
And I write for, a magazine, and I've been writing for magazines for a long time. Comics are a whole nother animal,
Oh, okay.
I like to think of it. I mean, you're still plotting it out the same way, using an outline. I still outline the same way that I would when I'm writing a bigger story, but I like to think of it like making movies with no budget. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like to think about it like making movies or TV shows. Like, when I was doing the comedy stuff, it would have been like making an episode of King of the Hill. And it's more like making, a bigger adventure. And think of it like, we're basically storyboarding a movie. If you think about it, we're basically storyboarding a movie. Come up here. There you go. Perfect. We're basically, oh, now here comes the dog because I was petting the cat. Here, say hi to the gang. Can you say hi? There you are. Hi.
Hey, aw. We're dog people, and we have a cat. I have a cat. Mike does have a cat. I have a cat too. So.
I got a dog.
We got them both.
I believe cats are evil. Sorry.
Oh no, you're not wrong, but they're still cool. You know what I mean? I'm a cat person. I've been a cat whisperer my whole life. Like they've just always been attracted to me. So I'm like, okay, we're cats, and I like the attitude. I like the independence. I like the fact that we only have to do this like, a few times a day where he comes over, wants to love, and then he walks off, and and then he comes back over and he wants to love, and then he walks off, and you know what I mean? So it's not like, because I love my dog, but my dog's staring at me all day long. It's something like having your own personal voyeur. You know what I mean?
But you come home from work and your dog is like, oh, yay, he's home. You come home from work and your cat's like, where you been, jerk?
Well, I mean, as a cat person, I've had cats, by myself, living alone and stuff like that. the dog is a lot more work. I don't need that kind of validation. I'm kidding. I love my dog. My dog's great. She's fun. She's sweet. She's 10 or 9, but she still thinks she's 2,
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's perfect. They bring a lot of joy to the house, both of them. And I think that's the best part about a pet is they just bring a lot of joy to your home and to your family. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I took away from your book, like I said, I bought issue 1, and right away the artwork struck me, and my first thought was Samurai Jack. So, is there some influence from Samurai Jack?
No. To say there's not. I get the Genji Tartakovsky question a lot. The most familiar I am with his work was the old Clone Wars that I didn't know who he was then, but I was so blown away by that. I thought that was incredible. I've seen Samurai Jack for about 20 minutes when my nephew was about 6, 7 years old. He's like now 28. In fact, just moved in with his girlfriend today. Today they just moved in together. So good luck, kid. I hope it goes well. Anyway, mistake. No, I'm kidding. I like her. I really like her. But yeah. So I've not watched the show, but I've heard that statement made about the book a lot. So I'm taking it as a compliment. Hopefully, nobody's been saying it and asked.
Oh no, I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I was a fan of Samurai Jack. My daughter and we watched Samurai Jack and Powerpuff Girls and all that stuff when she was little.
So here's my my pledge to y'all. Okay, when I finish the 5th issue of Bigfoot Knows Karate, I'm gonna sit my ass down and I'm gonna watch Samurai Jack and I'm gonna watch Primal. Okay. Both of them have been. Everybody says to me I have to watch them both. So I'm going to sit down and do that. That's going to be my reward for the 5th, finishing the 5th
one.
But I don't want to watch it now because I don't want anything to float in that I don't want. You know what I mean? It's bad enough where it says, "Hey, it reminds me of this." So I'm like, shit.
No, I get it. You don't want to be influenced by that outside. No, yeah, that makes sense. No.
So it's beautiful. What I've seen of it is beautiful. In fact, if on my website, Dennis Valencia, the guy who does Celestial Night, from Home Brewed, he did a Bigfoot Knows Karate Samurai Jack crossover piece. And that's on the BigfootKnowsKarate.com. And he did not a crossover, but like half the page was Samurai Jack and half the page was Bigfoot Knows Karate. It was really cool, man. So I mean, cool. Let's roll with it. I like to see different people's interpretations of the characters.
Well, I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that.
Oh no. I was at Dallas Fan Expo this weekend. I probably heard it a dozen times. I was at South Texas Comic-Con. Last month I probably heard it a dozen times. I had a signing on Free Comic Book Day. Probably heard it half a dozen times. I mean, sorry guys. It was coincidences in life, but we're rolling with it now.
Yeah, let me do this for a second. I want to go to where'd I put it?
You looking up Samurai Jack?
No.
Okay.
Samurai Jack. No. I want to go here. Oh, that didn't work. Why did that not work again?
What did you do, Steven?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you're there. You're still here.
Hey. Steven just went to a different screen that didn't have you on there.
No, I felt bad. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay, I got it. Okay. So, well, I mean, gosh, I can't believe it's already been over 45 minutes already. It's come by quick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I do want to let everybody know, so with, here, let me go back to campaign. Sorry about that. Yeah. So on the campaign, so Bigfoot Knows Karate, and this is on chapter 3, Hellhound on My Trail. And so as people go through it, I think your pledges are, you're doing a whole, hey, catch up framework. So you can get 1 through 3 plus the one shot, how do you say that? Hennigan?
Hennigan. I go with it. I drop the H. So it's been told to me to drop the H.
Hennigan. Oh, okay. Okay. And then there's a one shot with there. And then there's also where you can get the digital edition.
Yep.
And then you can, the standard edition, that's the print, the physical copy. And then deluxe virgin variant. We saw that.
The deluxe edition. I mentioned that's with the special edition stuff. Okay. I did 2 podcasts already today, so I can't remember who I said what.
It's all okay. Yeah. 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 Let's see. Let's go to, and then you can get all the digital issues for $15 you have here.
Yep.
And then there's the deluxe Ghost House. That would be that one.
Yeah. Beautiful cover.
Yeah.
And then this is this tier here is where you can back it to get both the coupons for the Home Brewed Zero. So
nice.
Tier 8 and Bigfoot 3. That way you can catch up and get that coupon for both of them.
Right on. Okay, because then that will give you the foil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The same artist that did this one does the foil.
Correct. So then, so we've got the foil edition. If you keep scrolling, then we have the foil edition. And that's cool because it's $35, but you get a regular edition book and the foil book. So that way you read your regular edition and you can put that foil away. So,
okay.
Yeah, because,
one to stock, one to rock.
Exactly. That's a great way to put that. I'm going to use that later.
Okay.
And then this is the homebrewed collection. You get all the number 1s of the homebrewed books.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And you get these are physical copies.
These are physical copies, correct?
Okay, very cool. All right.
This is all the covers for Bigfoot Knows Karate Chapter 3. You can get all of them in one shot there.
Nice. And then the championship pack.
Yes, you can get the belt. Where's the belt? Oh, it's over there. You want to see the belt?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, I want to see the belt. Let's do it. Yeah. Get over there. Get that belt.
Kind of looks like a wrestling belt.
It does.
Okay.
Holy cow, look at that thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is the belt. The belt is awesome. It's I'll tell you about it. I got this as a joke. It was something to put on my table for conventions. Kids like to get their photos with it and stuff like that. It's fun.
Nice.
And it was a joke between me and my wife, though. I got it. She was like, "Are you stupid?" And I said, "Yeah, I am, but I'm getting it anyway." And it was hilarious because so this is like, it's metal. Okay.
Wow.
It's about 6-7 pounds of metal, 6 pounds of metal. Okay. For the belt. It's no joke. It's the Bigfoot Knows Karate Fiend Club World Championship. And it's got side plates that say Bigfoot Knows Karate on it. And if you get the championship pack, I've got 4 left out of 5. Already sold one of these on the campaign already. So you get the belt. I will sign the belt, and I will give you all 4 books of the campaign as well, all signed as well. So
nice.
Pack for big. I'm going to put this over here real quick. So
sure, absolutely.
That's what the championship pack is. So we already have sold one, so it is limited. And these are some of the pages from the issue. So
when that belt shows up at your house, you got to go, woo!
Exactly. Slapping your roommate in the chest or something like that, So these are pages from issue 1 right there. And how was the ending, Mike? Did you like the ending of issue 1?
Yeah, I did. It was cool. It was very cool. Good. I was just shocked with Cthulhu. I thought that was awesome that you got Cthulhu in there.
Well,
like I said, when I saw you,
but
what's that?
He didn't come cheap, but we got him. So his rider was ridiculous. It was all green M&Ms and like coconut waters. So
nice. But then when I saw that you had Mothman, I'm like, holy cow, he's like hitting all of the mythical creatures and stuff.
Yeah. No, we got the Mothman. We got there's a Minotaur in issue 2. There's Chupacabra with a shotgun. There's the
I think, did I see him? Where,
yeah, there he is. Then there's Chupacabra with a shotgun and thermonucleodon. There's Alicante, which is a Chilean cryptid, but they're made in that book, they're made of electricity, so we call them the Electrocante. And yeah, and then this is pages from Inagon. Inagon took place in feudal Japan, so it's hundreds of years before the main storyline. So it's a whole different artist.
Awesome looking.
Yeah, it's dope, isn't it?
Yeah,
great picture.
Yeah. So Adam, the fan artist turned cover artist, turned into doing his very first book. This was Adam's very first comic, so it was really incredible. And yeah, he's great. He's a great artist, great guy, and was glad to have him on the book.
Wow.
My wife asked King Kong.
King Kong and a gi.
I don't think you could do King Kong though, because I don't think King Kong's in public domain. So
no.
Although he might be coming up in public domain, I don't know. We'd have to look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, I love that one, that samurai looking one. That was an awesome looking artwork. That was great.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful work.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then these are some reviews of what people have said about the book. So if you want to know what people think, that top one is very explicit, but it's funny as hell. That one makes me laugh very much. So
how to draw without dying.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Angie.
What'd she say?
So that's the campaign.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
She's good job. That looks awesome. And then more about Home Brewed and
Home Brewed. So, and Home Brewed Comics, we've got Chris, Drew, Dennis, myself, all putting out some quality work. We will be, something to know about Home Brewed is we will be in comic stores come October. So,
nice.
We have joined up with Filbo Distribution. The catalogs go out in July. If you are interested in seeing Bigfoot Knows Karate, Crit, Home, Celestial Night, Caspian Porter in stores, please tell your local comic store to order, to go to filbodistribution.com and sign up so they get copies of these books. Filbo Distribution is a small distributor that just started up in the wake of all the bullshit of Diamond falling apart right now, Diamond Distribution falling apart. So there are we've got the Filbo's got Antarctic Press just signed up with them, which is a big one. Zenoscope, Counterpoint Comics. There's a few of a few names, as well as us little guys who are getting out there and putting our stuff out there. So really excited about the opportunity to go out there and get into comic stores and get this book by more people. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely talk to your local comic book shops. We like to help out local comic book shops and when we get a chance. So, and then of course we've been promoting the independent creators for a while now. So
yeah,
thank you for that. We all appreciate it. I'll speak for everyone when I say that. We appreciate help and the support for sure.
Yeah, it's great. Well, we have gone an hour, everybody. Holy cow, this went by fast.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
It was great. Yeah. Dan, thank you so much for your time and just sharing your story and just telling us all about it. This has been a lot of fun. It went by quick.
Hey, well, I'm amazing. I don't know what to tell you, seriously. But seriously, no, it's been great talking to you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to do this again sometime. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Yeah. Anytime you've got have a Kickstarter and you want to chit chat about it, it's just a great opportunity just to support the indie comics, but also meet some great people along the way. And you've been fantastic. This has been a great time.
Thank you so much. If you're ever in the Austin area, we'll go get some barbecue or some tacos or something.
Oh, that sounds great.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, Mike, do you have anything to close us out with, or?
I'm sorry. Hold on. We'll read what Angie said. Not conceited at all.
It is not conceited at all.
That's amazing. Thank you for calling me out on my shit, Angie. I appreciate it.
That's awesome. That's a great way to end the show. Thanks, Angie.
Thank you, Angie.
I don't have anything else other than please make sure and check us out on all the socials. We're on Rumble, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, and we're on Facebook. Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube and a like and subscribe on Facebook. I try to post any kind of funny memes over there. Sometimes I steal them, sometimes I make them. Just all depends. Yep. And then any information about upcoming episodes. Speaking of upcoming episodes, we go live normally on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do the math on the rest because I don't like math. That's all I got, Steven. Anything else?
Yeah, just one last push. If you go to Kickstarter, look at Bigfoot Knows Karate. Pull that up, and then you'll get to see Dan's Kickstarter. And if you can support him, we'd greatly appreciate it. You're supporting indie comics across the globe, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much for that. I appreciate the time and appreciate getting to be here. And you guys were a lot of fun. Seriously. This week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate having you on. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right. Well, final words, Mike. It's all you.
With that said, please do not Steven skip this episode because we are much more better than the rest. Cheers. Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
may the force be with you.